Welcome to part 11 of my walkthrough for Final Fantasy IX, my friends. We are about to start the Festival of the Hunt. Before we do, I just want to do a few changes here. I'm going to remove Protect Girls and equip Steal Jill, even though it doesn't make a difference here because we won't be stealing all that much. And for this Festival of the Hunt, I've said it before but I'll say it again. The best reward that you can have is the Coral Ring. And in order to obtain the Coral Ring, you need to let Freya win the tournament. It's the best reward that you can have, and it's very easy to let Freya win. But we want to battle the final monster, which we can only do in the last 4 minutes or so of the Festival of the Hunt. So until then I am going to keep slaying monsters until I get to battle that last monster, and then I'll get rid of Zidane and allow Freya to slay the monster so that she can get lots of points and win the tournament. Because if you allow Zidane to win, all you'll get is 5000 gil, which is worthless, and if Vivi wins you get a card, which if you don't play cards you won't care, and even if you do, it's really not a big deal to get that card, it's nothing special. So Freya is your best bet because the Coral Ring, aside from having a bunch of abilities that you can learn, it will also absorb thunder magic, and if you want to battle Grand Dragons as early on as possible, you'll need that because you'll gain a lot of experience points. But just because Freya needs to win this tournament, it does not mean that we can just make her life easier. On the contrary, I'm going to try and lead the tournament for right until the end, and then, like I said, I'm going to get rid of Zidane. I want to steal from the final monster. He has a pair of Mythril gloves, which I want, and he also has a needle fork, which I won't bother to steal that one. I might not even have enough time, but I do want the Mythril gloves, they'll come in handy. Ignore the birds, they don't give a lot of points. And you'll want to battle the Fangs because they give you 20 points each. Just have to wait for that guy to move forward, here he comes. Of course, if you really want to win this Festival of the Hunt, you can, but I'm just saying that if you allow Zidane to win, it's really not worth it. You don't need those 5000 gil, especially after I showed you a way to obtain a lot of money early on by selling cotton robes. So it's really best if you allow Freya to win. And if in the final fight you kill Zidane, or knock him out, you don't kill him, you knock him out, then Freya will get all of the points for slaying the final monster, and the Festival of the Hunt will automatically end because Zidane will retire. But I believe that in order to allow Freya to slay the final monster, you actually have to let Zidane be knocked out, otherwise the monster won't be slain. It has to be Zidane to slay him, so that's why I knock Zidane out. We're not going to let Belna lead the Festival of the Hunt for much longer. The only monsters that I avoid are the birds, because I still want to be in the lead. Plus, I can't allow this Fang to eat that poor cat, so I have to do this. As you can see, with the butterfly sword, one strike will get rid of all of them. All of the monsters in the Festival of the Hunt are weak, one strike will be enough. So I do feel bad defeating the moose here, they just look like cute squirrels to me, but oh well, we have no choice here. And I still have mixed feelings about the Festival of the Hunt, because all these monsters, they didn't have a choice, did they? They were just brought into the city to be slain, which, you know, I don't agree. But still, we need to do this. And if you are wondering why we need the coral ring to battle Grand Dragons, it's due to the fact that Grand Dragons like to start off their battles with Tandara, but if you have the coral ring equipped, then you'll absorb that damage. So if you got hit with an attack like that at this point in the game, all your party members will be annihilated, but at least one of your characters will survive thanks to the coral ring. And I will demonstrate how you can slay Grand Dragons later on, even though, as opposed to my no commentary walkthrough that I did all those years ago, I'm going to demonstrate it, but I'm going to do it in another save, because I actually want to keep my party members at a relatively low level, so that I can later on make Eiko, when we meet her, I'm going to attempt to make her a powerhouse. But I'll cover that much later on in the game. For now we're going to move to the business district, where the final battle occurs. I guess I can take care of one bird. Doesn't hurt. Sometimes they give more points, but I'm fairly certain that for the most part they only give 4 points. It actually depends. Either way, the other contestants really don't have a chance. It's either Vivi, Freya or Zidane who win the tournament, I believe. See, that Trick Sparrow, he gave us 15 points, but I know for a fact that in my practice run I battled one that only gave me 4 points. So it depends. Fangs give 20 points, so they're the monster that you always want to get. And I believe Moose give 11 or 14 points. Well, this one gave us 15. It really depends, but Fangs give us the biggest amount of points out of all of them. And there's a lot of Fangs for us to battle here in the business district. We can take care of 3. So he's down. And we're back in the lead. And there's another Fang here. Plus I have to help the citizens, because they released the monsters so fast that a lot of the people in the city weren't able to escape. So there we go. And now as you step out, you'll notice that Vivi passes running by and is being followed by a Fang, but we're going to help out Vivi here. Actually, we just want the points. I'm sure Vivi could handle that Fang on his own, even though he was running. In order to allow Vivi to win, if you really want that card, the best strategy is to allow both Zidane and Freya to be slain by the final monster, and then Vivi will win. And we're down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds, so when that happens, that monster will be there. We don't have a lot of time, but we can still do this. We can strike him a few times with Zidane to weaken him, because Freya is in the back row, so aside from jump, she won't deal a lot of damage. So just have Freya jump, strike him a few times with Zidane, steal the Mythril gloves from him, don't bother with the fork. In my opinion, it's not worth it. It's called the needle fork, and it can induce paralysis, I believe, to your enemies. It's got 1 out of 10 chance to deliver paralysis, and you can give it to Queen once you meet her, but it's not worth it. And I do believe that we can't slay him with Freya unless we knock out Zidane, so that's what I'm going to do. Just want to steal first. There we go, we got the Mythril gloves on our first attempt, so that's all I needed. And I believe this monster, he has about 1500 and something HP, so it should have been done for now, but I do believe we'll have to finish off Zidane here before Freya can slay him. Otherwise, if we strike him again with Zidane, he will die, and we can't have that, because then Zidane will get the points, and this guy, I believe he gives 100 points. So yeah, bye bye Zidane, and this next attack will finish him off, and since Zidane's knocked out, Freya will get the points and Freya will win the tournament. There we go. So Freya is the winner of the Festival of the Hunt, and that's how it should be, because now we'll get the coral ring. And since Zidane's knocked out, well, Freya wins. That is a pretty good score by Freya. See, if Zidane had won, we would have an extra 5000 gil. It's hardly worth it when you compare it to the coral ring. I'm surprised none of the soldiers barred his entrance. He could just get in like that. Poor guy. Used his last energy to make it to Lindblum. So Alexandria has finally started their full-scale war. And this is a very bad decision by Sid, because they're going to pay. So yeah, Freya will join our party now. And we can give her the same items that we gave Steiner, because they're both knights. You'll want to give her the iron helmet, since that will allow her to learn the level up ability. Or level up skill. No, you won't. Actually, she's about to make things a lot worse. because even though she has good intentions, Dagger is about to give a lot more power to Queen Brahne, and that's going to really cost Lindblum and really most of the states near Alexandria. Does it really take that long to open a gate? I like how Sid just jumps on top of the food and starts eating. It's not very noble-like of him, is it? Considering he's a king and all. Does Vivi even have a mouth? Because you can't really see it, so I don't know how he's eating. She's about to give her mother the ultimate power. And Clara and Lindblum are all going to pay the price. She's actually very naive towards her mother, but I guess you can't really blame her. So yeah, our next destination is Izamaluk Grotto, but we're going to do a couple of detours before we head there. And they changed Freya's picture. In the original Final Fantasy IX, her picture was different. So we're going to do a few changes here. Let's give Freya the coral ring and the Mythril gloves that we just got. Or actually, let's keep the silver gloves for now because we want her to learn that Undead Slayer skill first. So we're good to go. Just Have to equip a few abilities here, so let's give Freya the Undead Killer, Dragon Killer, Man-Eater level up, and that's going to work for now. And let's give Vivi the Antibody. But like I said, at this point in the game, we're going to meet up with Queen and start capturing frogs, which is a very important side quest. The more frogs you capture, the better, so that Queen can be a powerhouse. We're going to go to the first Chocobo forest to play Chocobo Hot and Cold and get our first set of Chocographs. And only then will we move towards the grotto. And let's first ride to the Serpent Gate, because we can pick up a card. I might also play a few Tetramaster games off screen, just for fun. But that's going to be for the next part. First we need to collect a letter from the Mulhole. He's headed towards the grotto. And actually he already passed it and is in Burmecia, which is not a good place to be right now. You can buy items from that guy. There's a tent here, and now we're just going to step outside, save our game, and that's going to be it for this section. So in the next part we'll start doing a few side quests, which will come in handy, so I recommend that you do them now rather than later, because you can get very nice rewards already. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later for the next part. Take care, my friends.